Salam, hər vaxtınız xeyir, əziz izləyicilərimiz, dinləyicilərimiz. Tech nəsli podkastının növbəti buraxılışında sizləri xoş gördük. Podkastımıza Dördüncü Sənaye İnqilabının Təhlili və Koordinasiya Mərkəzinin, eləcə də
Tech Azerbaijandakı nümayəndəliyinə birlikdə baxırsınız.
Bugün çox maraqlı bir mövzuya toxunacağıq. Bugünkü mövzumuz blockchain texnologiyaları və kriptovalyutalar haqqında olacaq. Biz bu terminləri çox eşitmişik, amma bunlar haqqında çox detallı məlumatlara malik deyilik. Ona görə də bugün qonağımızla, eksklüziv bir qonağımızla bu mövzuya toxunacağıq. Bugünkü qonağımız dünyanın ən böyük kriptovalyuta şirkətlərindən biri olan Binance'ın MDB regionu üzrə marketinq meneceri Alisa Prokopivdir. Və Alisa, xoş gəlmisiniz. We welcome you in our podcast.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm happy to be joining the Women in Tech and the Foreseen podcast today.
Nəhayət çox mürəkkəb mövzuda, çox sadə dildə biz danışacağıq, biz suallarımızı verəcəyik və Alisa xanıma mənim ilk sualım əlbəttə ki Binance haqqındadır. Binance ümumiyyətlə nədir, nə üçün yaradılıb və siz orada nələr edirsiniz?
So Binance is a leading blockchain ecosystem, which is the largest in the world currently by the amount of traded funds and by the amount of users. So in simple words, if Binance was a country in the world, it would be the 8th largest country by the population. So imagine a country of crypto enthusiasts who are all living together and trading crypto. That's what Binance is. And currently, do you have any guesses? How many do you think people worldwide in general use crypto?
Just give us is it million or billion people?
In millions. Yeah.
In millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not 1, 2, obviously.
200?
Close enough. That's actually quite close. It's 400 million currently.
Very good
50% close.
I mean, it's still in the hundreds, right? So today I'm going to be walking you through the journey of this dynamic industry, because the industry is truly dynamic. Where it began, what were some key moments, some key changes, and how it all developed. In terms of Binance, as I said, it's an ecosystem. So it's not just the Binance exchange itself, where you can buy digital assets. It's also big parts of our ecosystem, like Binance Academy, the educational initiative, and Binance Charity, the charity project, which is also a big part of us. Besides that, there is BNB Chain, so itself the crypto network.
Mənim növbəti sualım Alisa xanıma olacaq. Ümumiyyətlə Bitcoin nədir? Yəni bu sahəyə yeni gələn insanlar üçün Bitcoin biz tez-tez eşidirik. Mediadan, saytlardan Bitcoin nədir və o nə üçün istifadə olunur?
So in general, the crypto story starts in 2008. And it starts with Bitcoin itself. So Bitcoin was created by an individual, an anonymous one, or a group of individuals, we don't really know, named Satoshi Nakamoto. And the vision was that it's a new revolutionary, decentralized, and peer-to-peer financial system. So Bitcoin basically is the very, very first digital currency that there is. So the reason why it's important is because it provides a new way to transfer money securely and safely between individuals. That's why
but in digital world, right?
Obviously, in digital wallet. So you will say we would like to exchange, make a transaction, right? We will usually just take our money and just exchange money, or make a transfer, right, through one of the big banks here. But in crypto, you don't hold the physical assets. It's all stored on the blockchain in the computer. So fully digital assets, and Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency that started this movement.
You can never touch it, but be sure that it exists.
Yeah, so we'll get into that deeper. So how does it work? Why is it secure? I'm going to tell you that today as well.
Alisa xanım, siz yəni ki belə deyək intronu elədiniz, amma sonra dediniz ki biz daha dərinliyə gedəcəyik. Ona görə düşünürəm ki elə biz hələ ki növbəti mövzuya keçmədən elə Bitcoin hissəsində də elə dərinə gedək. Və mənim sualım odur ki, Bitcoin'ın xüsusiyyətləri nədir və onun arxasında olan məntiq nədir?
Yes, so Bitcoin itself is a currency, right? And a lot of people confuse the currency itself, so cryptocurrencies, with blockchain. So the reason why it's different is because it's built on blockchain. What is blockchain? Let's say, because my grandma, she asks me sometimes, what do you do for work? And it's not easy to explain. So the example you could give to your family member, right, who's asking you that, is blockchain is this big book where every transaction is written, and the best part about this book is no one can come in and change it. right? So all the transactions that you make between all the individuals that are written in this book. So this is what blockchain is. This is how we record transactions, and it's stored on many different computers, right? So it's not like, let's say it's a library, right, with books. It's not one librarian who stores all the books. It's like 1,000 or like many librarians, right, all around the world. So if you were to come in and ask a librarian to change the info, they wouldn't be able to, because there are so many different computers. So in simple words, it's code which is stored on many different laptops, which records all the transactions, which makes it transparent, because anyone can come in and check what was the transaction, how much was transferred, when is it made. So that's what makes Bitcoin secure and other currencies secure and transparent.
Mənim üçün növbəti sualım Alisa xanıma olacaq. Ümumiyyətlə Binance bir kriptovalyuta şirkətidir və onun toollarından istifadə edərək bu sahə ilə necə məşğul olmaq olar? Biraz bizə blockchain texnologiyalarından danışdı, amma mən istərdim ki, bu sahəyə gəlmək istəyən və bu texnologiyadan istifadə edərək kriptovalyutalardan müxtəlif işlər, əməliyyatlar etmək istəyən insanlara o necə edəcəkləri haqqında məlumat versin.
Actually, to own crypto, to hold the digital assets, right? These coins, cryptocurrency coins, you do not have to know and understand deeply the blockchain technology, because even myself working in this niche for years, I still compare it to a rabbit hole, because there's a level of understanding and then you jump deeper and there's another level of understanding. You don't actually have to do this in order to hold currency. Same way with banking, right? Or any other assets industry. You don't have to like know exactly
all the details.
Yeah, you can just download an app where all the instructions are given and everything is simplified. And hence the mission of Binance as an educational player. So this is where Binance Academy, the MOU that we recently signed with Foreseen. Binance Academy is part of Binance, where we store all the information about blockchain, about cryptocurrencies, about all digital assets explained in simple words. So I would say the first step would be to go in and to do your research. So you would read a bit about what things are, at least the basic level. And it's all available in Binance Academy. We do not charge any money for the courses.
So the tuition is
absolutely
free of charge,
of course.
Right?
It's free education, because the mission is to educate. This is how you get people into the industry. And currently around 23 million users worldwide have been using Binance Academy to get knowledge. So first you educate, then another step would be to actually touch it, so to try it. I would say, if I was to do that, right, I would download the Binance app and to start out open light mode, because the pro mode is very complex. And when opening up the light mode, I would just start exploring, checking different functions, watching tutorials, seeing how things work. In general, it's a simple process. So you download the app, you sign up with your email or your phone number, then you pass a KYC procedure, which just involves taking a picture of your passport and your face. And then if you want to try depositing the funds, this is something you can do as well. But I would always recommend to do the research before you invest into anything, because you have to know the projects before you actually buy anything, if that makes sense.
Alisa xanım, siz danışdınız Binance Akademiyasından və yəni ki Binance istifadə qaydalarından, yəni necə Binance insanlar keçid edə bilərlər, orada ondan istifadə edə bilərlər və əlbəttə ki auditoriya maraqlıdır ki, bəs onlar məhz orada nələr edə bilərlər və nə üçün istifadə edə bilərlər? Yəni ki oradan hansı faydalar gələ bilər insanlara? Ondan istəyərdim ki danışasınız.
So some of the reasons why people use Binance is because we have one of the largest selections of cryptocurrencies that there is online, which you can trade. So the purpose is, right, how do people use it? So it can be an asset to send money to different individuals. And it solves a big issue with actually financial transfer abroad, right? Because it can be not easy sometimes. Another reason is, besides storing value, right, you can invest into it. For example, if you believe into a project which you found online, you did your research, and you feel like this is something you would be interested in, similarly to stock exchange, you can invest into this product if you believe that there is actually going to be return on investment, right? But here again, we cannot give any financial advice. Everyone has to do their own research before they invest. So that's some of the reasons. We give several advanced tools. You don't have to be an expert in trading, like 24/7 sitting with graphs. We can give very simple stuff, like, for example, dollar cost averaging, right? So you would invest into a certain token coming in different transactions. So you would cost average what you're investing. I would say mostly people who go into crypto and who use Binance are already investors, and they want to try a different aspect. So the decentralized finance is known for more volatility, right? So there is more risk, and hence there is more opportunity, like with every product that involves risk.
Çox sağ olun Alisa xanım. Bu məncə daha aydın oldu.
Mən isə növbəti suala keçmək istəyirəm Leyla. Növbəti sual isə ondan ibarət olacaq ki, Binance şirkəti məsələn bu qədər istifadəçilərin orada olan hesablarının təhlükəsizliyini necə təmin edir?
In Binance, our user security is our top priority because we have to make sure that all the funds are safe. So there are a couple ways how we ensure it. The first one is quite easy. I'm pretty sure you've seen it in your other financial apps. It's two-factor authentication. Right? So anytime you want to make a transaction, there's an extra layer of security, which involves sending yourself an email or an SMS code. Right? So if someone knows your password by chance, they cannot access it without the second factor, which is, as I said, a notification. The second one is advanced encryption, right? So we use protocols to protect user data and transactions. So personal details, transaction information, how much money, who sent anyone. So this information is secure because it's advancedly encrypted and it cannot be accessed by public, right? Because it's secured. The third way is SAFU fund. And Binance users know about this one. This is a portion of trading fees that is allocated to a special fund. Imagine like a safe box with all the funds of users. So in case there are any security breaches or hacks, we are pretty sure we've all heard about these. This special fund protects all the user assets.
Və mən öz sualıma keçirəm. Deməli, biz indi belə deyək, Binance-dan danışdıq, cryptocurrency, blockchain və s. Amma yenə də bu mövzu insanlardan çox uzaqdır. Ona baxmayaraq ki, 400 milyon insan həmin bu sahədə artıq hansısa işlər görür. Amma həmin o mövzu ətrafında çoxlu miflər var. Yəni ki, insanlar çox sual verirlər özlərinə. Və mən imkan olduqca, yəni əlbəttə ki, sizdən həmin o sözləri eşitmək istəyərdim ki, hansı miflər var, hansı miflər mövcuddur və hansı konsepsiyalar doğrudan da həmin o miflərdir və hansı konsepsiyalar düzdür.
So I would say one of the first misconceptions, which is widely spread unfortunately, is crypto is not safe, there's lots of scams around, and however, the industry still struggles with these issues from the past, like scams, market manipulation. Still, according to chain analysis, if we take this data, traditional finance, so our regular finance that we use every day, faces more scams. With 5% of all global funds, let's imagine like all the users of traditional financial institutions, 5% of funds are affected, and only 0.35% of these funds are affected by scams in crypto. So I would say that crypto is safe. You just have to make sure that you turn on your two-factor authentication. You know all your passwords. They're stored securely, and you obviously choose an exchange, so an app, like for example a Binance exchange, where you know that the funds are safe. So that's the first one. Another one is that blockchain can be only used for cryptocurrencies. And it's not very true. Many people believe that there is no other use cases. In reality, blockchain has a wide range of other things that we can be used for. For example, we can track chain management, like logistics. So we can track goods and how they're stored. It's also used in healthcare to store patients' records, right? For example, would be, imagine your hospital, and you would love to keep all the records, but you need to keep them safe. So hence you would keep them in blockchain because this data cannot be altered post factum. If it's saved, if it's on the list, then it's already there. So there are a lot of benefits to blockchain, like transparency, immutability, centralization. So there are quite a lot of niches that can benefit from this technology. Another common myth is that cryptocurrency are a passing trend, they're going to go away, there is no long term, it's short.
It's a bubble.
You've heard you've heard this one before, right? But in reality, crypto has been here since decades, and it has shown a lot of resilience and a lot of growth. So with more regulations coming in, we're still seeing a lot of potential, and it's just going to be a defined regulated zone where other industries as well can benefit from this technology.
Növbəti sonuncu sualımız isə ümumiyyətlə kriptovalyutaların növbəti illərdə olacaq inkişafı ilə əlaqədardır.
One of the things that we're facing right now in crypto, and we have to address these, right, to overcome these, is a knowledge gap. People don't really know how the technology works, and half of part of the reason why we're recording the podcast here is that. So in Binance, we're trying to navigate these challenges by communicating on Binance Academy in easy words and to students. So we launched quite a lot of student programs, boot camps. For example, in Kazakhstan, we launched an initiative where we've been working all over the country with universities to provide education on university level in blockchain, right? So that's one of the directions is we believe in mass adoption, so more and more people will be getting involved into crypto. Currently in Binance, we have over 220 million users worldwide. As I said, remember, 8th largest country. And that's over 100 countries in the world. We're also setting a very high standard for compliance, right? Because this is a new trend that's coming in the industry. We're aligning with regulators, we're working with them, and we're ensuring that it's a safe and regulated environment. So innovation is at the heart of what we do in Binance. This is why we're here and we're testing new technologies and constantly investing into them and trying new products and gathering user feedbacks. Users are always at the heart of what we do. So at Binance, we're tackling these challenges, the ones that I've just named heads on, and we're continuing to pioneer the advancement of crypto technology. And we've actually just recently launched a new community, Binance Azerbaijani community, which you can join to get to know the industry, to talk to the like-minded individuals, right? Ask some questions. And we're also inviting all of us who are interested to join in on the Angel program. The Angel program is the volunteering program. We always call the Angel the heart of Binance. So these are the folks that help users understand the technology better and explain in simple words and guide them through this. Because you do need help because the industry is still quite complex, even though we're working on decomplexing it.
Mən də qeyd etmək istəyirdim ki, ümidvaram ki, biz daha çox qadınlar görəcəyik həmin bu sahədə. Çünki qadınlar kifayət qədər azdır. Ona baxmayaraq ki, bugün bizimlə burada Alisa xanımdır, Binance-ı təbliğ edir, amma istərdik ki, daha çox qadınlar qatılsın.
Beləcə biz bugünkü podkastımızın da sonuna gəldik. Bugünkü podkastımızda Alisa Binance şirkətindən bizim qonağımız oldu. Biz isə sizlərlə hələlik sağollaşırıq, amma sağollaşmazdan öncə mən qeyd etmək istəyirəm ki, əgər sizin bizə suallarınız olarsa və ya yeni mövzularda, hansı mövzularda danışmaq istəyirsiniz bizimlə, bunu bizə komment bölməsində bildirin. Və ən sonunda da qeyd etmək istəyirəm ki, Tech nəsli podkastına Dördüncü Sənaye İnqilabının Təhlili və Koordinasiya Mərkəzinin və eləcə də
Onunla təşkilatının
birgə təşkilatçılığı ilə baxırdınız. Sağ olun.
Sağ olun.